so much with, and this wall is like his influence. His influences with the band, like with producing, arranging, Good Girls, Switch to Bars. This is the Rick James album that we're talking about, Give It To Me Baby, where he actually wrote the actual chart is inside the glass. But that's the platinum album. This is like his tour jackets and the jazz band that he was a part of too.
Does anyone here play music? Any musicians?
I took my own horn.
That's why he's considered such an important person, even though he wasn't quote unquote famous in his life. Because he was able to make that change. So it's not about always being, and he never wanted to be rich or anything. I mean, he made money, and he, trust me, I have in here some of his documents in some of these cases. We have some of the documents where he's arguing with the record company, and he's like, no, you're not gonna shortchange me even a penny. And I get that. He should absolutely fight for his money. But then whatever he got back, he invested back into the community. He invested in having studios, he invested in his students. He came out of Watts, and he wanted to constantly give back to South Central LA and Watts. So that was really, really important to him. And he kept doing that. And he stayed in South Central LA. That was his whole life. Very, very significant in that way. So if you can read a little bit of music, I really encourage you to come up and just kind of like see what you can see in here. And the fact that he was so literate, he was able to pan that down to his musicians, because I used to teach Thundercat. He was my student at Locke High School. And at that point, he was already being scouted by, like, he started touring with Suicidal Tendencies at first. So he was touring with Suicidal Tendencies, and then he was touring with Snoop Dogg, and then he was touring with Erykah Badu. He was able to get on the road with a whole bunch of different artists. So I really recommend, when you leave here, look at some movements that came out of LA that are not too far behind you. They're like, I was already a grown person when the West Coast Letdown started. And one of the founders of it actually was Kamasi Washington and Ryan Porter. Ryan Porter just recently passed away in a car crash. But anyway, so he's in the news, and so you'll see a little bit. But when you get a chance, look at West Coast Get Down. That's South Central music. That is what, like, people come to LA and they make an assumption about what hood music is now. But I'm going to house parties, and there are young cats in there, and it's jazz. It's all jazz. So hopefully you all can get to some of these house parties and enjoy some of that too. But you know, you're getting to that age where you all are going to start your own movements. So you're going to start your own kind of house party, your own kind of music, your own kind of arts movement. And I'm so excited about that. I hope you all keep us in mind and keep us in the loop so we know what you're going to bring us. We did a show a couple of years ago called Bullerengue and Beyond, and it was about a community in Colombia. It's called the Palenque, and the Palenques are like these liberated, there's a Palenque in Mexico, there's one in Colombia, and then there's a Palenque in Panama. But there are these communities of people. They're maroon communities, a lot of people who were formerly enslaved, who were able to liberate themselves and their friends, and they made their own communities, right? And these communities stay kind of free. And there was a tradition of music, and this tradition of music, the composers were all women, and they were all like doing their stuff around the house, and they're singing and clapping, and then the drum would follow them. So yeah, a vocalist is a musician, absolutely, because...
Listen, say just enough, and... All right, if I could say one word to describe today, I would say inspiring.
I guess like eye-opening. Just 2 words.
Hyphenated.
Yeah, hyphen. What?
I would say informative, like in a way, because I like how they have an archive of like old dolls. Because like personally, my family is like from Louisiana, so it was cool to see that.
Hey, one word. Oh, shoot. One word, I guess, would be. I gotta think about this.
LA 8 years.
Lucky you got me. One word, I guess, would be very fun. Very, 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 very. Not one word. No, it's okay. Very, very.
My word would be like inspiring or like educated.
Mine would be historic.
What was that?
Historic.
You shouldn't have put.
To intellectualism.
I just want to be different.
Music, new, extraordinary.
Culture.
Yo.
Pay attention. Historical.
Interesting.
I was gonna say that. Interesting.
I was gonna say interesting. Hungry. Colorful.
I think it was indubitably.
That's not that means.
Wait, can I see my word?
It's an adverb.
Unexpected.
Thank you.
To something we learned at school. What is? Let's keep it short. But what's something that you connected to that you learned in school?
Oh, give me
We'll pass it around so whoever has their hand raised. Not everyone has to share. But let's hear from at least 8 people.
Okay.
Okay, so when the lady was right here, she was talking about how like the Slaussons, they wore like the Nike Cortez and stuff and whatever, and then she started talking about how like they started wearing like the denim jacket. I mean the leather jackets. And how the Black Panther Party started wearing the leather jackets. I was like, oh my god, the Black Panther Party. I was like, that connects because we learned about that in Miss Antenna and Mr. Chiles.
The needles hurt when they're thrown.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm gonna have to say, since we're doing a project in Achilles, I would say Afrofuturism, because I've been researching about it and how like it's represented in art and media and especially fashion. Like those dolls, for example, they all have like their own iconic outfits and like their history to them. Like the baby doll one, which I like dolls, if you didn't know. So I found that really cool that it connects back to it.
The album covers.
Yeah, the
like
album
their
cover.
outfits.
Yeah, definitely. And you, doop.
They'll say like the Harlem Renaissance, like how like she connected the music and like the arts and the culture to what's going on today and how it connects to the history.
Those 3.
Oh no, I don't want to say my number.
7.
Y'all sound smart.
7 more.
I think Lane has
No, it's okay. Y'all so smart. I don't know how to say it smart.
You're smart.
You're smart. You can do it.
I was gonna say like blue music, like jazz music. It like connects. Like it's literally like a whole museum of art. I mean, art and music.
Good job, Lane.
Ashe.
Let's hear from 4 more
We
people.
get it. We get it. I'm just a baby.
Pick someone, Lane.
I'm gonna just throw the needle. I'm not even gonna give y'all a warning. Oh no.
Don't do that.
Throw it. I just want to hit someone. Okay, go.
Oh.
No, not you.
Why? Don't hit someone.
Abraham. Why? She said it.
I'm the ready.
Under.
Okay.
Careful, guys. Under.
Something that we learned over there at school. I think just kind of like how there's different forms of like resistance, like they don't see it, but like kind of like this music and kind of integrating like your past into your music is like a form of resistance, and so that's something that we learn in like in your class and in Mr. Aquila's class, but like basically like using like different methods, like your talent, your skills to resist like the dominant narrative.
True. Ooh.
Bro.
White man.
Alright, who's next? I feel like George got one.
He's searching
Wait, what was the question?
Oh man.
Oh, how does it relate to school? So for my project for Mr. Aquiles, I'm talking about like how music represents like resistance within African American communities and the history. And so being able to look at all this stuff over here today makes me see all the change in the resistance within music, like the bands that's been going on, like the bands. There's a lot of history behind the music that connects to my project. So coming here, I was like, oh yeah, that connects to that.
Nice.
So I always find that cool.
Let's hear from 2 more people.
So for my project, I'm talking about the Nadir, the Revolution, and the Great Migration. So basically, all those things are connected to this. And then at first, I didn't see it like it's a really big thing, but now that I come to the museum, I could see it as like a really big movement and a form of resistance for the African Americans community.
All right, last person to share. Last person. We're back to school.
Divine.
Divine.
Why does it sound like that?
Divine. No.
Let's go, Julia.
So let everybody else. I'm doing a project about the.
What is something that you hope to continue? Something that was started by the composers and the musicians that you think should be continued to the next generation?
I think the dolls and stuff, the archival stuff that they have going on. I feel like when they talked about like buying, like how people would buy the dolls and give it to them instead of continuing. It's okay. Instead of continuing like purchasing it and stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's like something that should continue to happen. Like these pieces not continuing to be sold and stuff, like keeping them in one place.
What was the question?
What is something that you would hope can be continued into the next generation?
No one is, so I can play with Anita. Like anything or only in the museum?
I'll say anything.
What should be continued for the next generation is Michael Jackson's Bro. Michael Jackson, he's still popular to this generation, but we never know. Like the next generation might not know him. No. We gotta keep the legacy. We gotta keep the legacy.
Okay.
Don't stop till you get it.
It's okay, I could've got it. I think one of them is like definitely music. Like as we were learning in Mr. Aquila's class, like a lot of music was inspired by things that came from Africa, and like so like the African diaspora is like a big thing. And so basically like the blues is like something that's like taking inspiration from like playing instruments in Africa, but also it's like a way for them to show like that they were feeling sad. Like that's what the blues is, like it's for them to feel sad, like a way to express their sadness. And so I think that like we should preserve kind of like those Afro beats, anything that's like Afro inspired, and then like even like Chicano inspired, all those types of things. So, yeah.
And the only three people have spoken. Does anyone want to say anything though before we close it?
What's it called? I wanted to say that they were I wanted to say that they were teaching us how like he taught at schools, and then you could see like how his influence in teaching really inspired kids to go out and also make like their own legacy. So I think it's important that we kind of put these important figures
back in schools to keep inspiring these kids, like throughout generations.